The secret to getting rich. What's the secret to getting rich?
What is
I
it?
may have just found it. Everyone says, I got the secret sauce. Here's what you need to know about getting rich. I think I found it.
Oh.
I think this guy, rap name Fogey, this guy might have just uncovered the secret to getting rich. Listen closely because it might slip past you real quick. Here is the secret to getting rich. Go ahead.
He's Jewish.
It's one of the fastest ways to get rich. Start making money. A lot of people don't know this, but one of the best ways and easiest ways to get rich is to make money.
Wow.
Before Elon Musk was
Shit.
rich, he wasn't making any money. Then he started making money, and that got him to be rich. Jeff Bezos.
Unbelievable.
He wasn't making money
Yeah.
at one point.
As a
Then he
kid,
started making money.
That's what happened.
What happened? He got rich. One of the things you need to do if you want to be rich is
Wait for
to
it.
find ways to make money.
Oh my God.
And lots of it.
Groundbreaking
Not just make a little bit of money,
advice.
because a little bit
Here
of
it
money
is.
won't get
This is
you
great.
rich.
No.
Right now, I'm providing a course
Yeah,
online
here it
to
is.
teach you how to get money. If you buy my course, you will find one of the first steps I provide and the insights that I provide is that you need to make money. Thanks for following. Subscribe for more content. Thank you very much.
By the way, if you're watching right now, give that guy a follow because clearly he knows what he's talking about. Turns out, late breaking news right now, you need money in order to be rich. Crazy. And in order to get rich, you need to, wait for it, Matt? What?
Make some
Make money.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Yikes.
Now, that's obviously some satire right there, but sometimes we got to state the obvious. You can't be rich unless you make that money. Now, we're going to have some conversations about how to make the money and then what to do when you make the money.
Oh,
Do you just spend it all, Nat? What do you,
no, you shouldn't.
you know? Do you save it all? Well, you can't
Good.
just, it's not a binary choice right there. We'll have that conversation right there. But
Oh, no.
groundbreaking news in the financial industry, my friend Fogey out here, you got to make money in order to be rich. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy conversations. Obviously, it's satire.
That's funny.
But the truth of it is the following. The number one source of money is your income. Let me say that again. Your income is your number one source of money. Everyone's talking about a side hustle. Well, you should be focusing on the main hustle before you can focus on a side hustle. Because if you don't lock down a main hustle and don't have a profession and don't have a skill set, don't have a particular set of skills, like you're from Liam Neeson from the movie Taken, you're constantly going to be looking for a side hustle, and the main hustle might not be there too long. So what do I mean? When it comes to making money, this is something called income. Hello. I mean,
the
do that with
money.
me, Nat. Income. And then at any point, if that gun starts working, just make it rain on here. But here's some options for income. Number one, you can have a salary. All right.
Okay.
You can be commission, right? Compensation packages, take a percentage of what you sell. You can have a side hustle, right? Or a few side hustles. At one point in my life, I didn't have a main job. I just was side hustling and moving and shaking. There's a lot of people like that. That is a scary situation to be in. There's a lot of people that I meet in Miami that it's like, hey, what do you do for work? I do crypto, but I also DJ and I also host a party. By the way, if you need a boat captain, I got you. By the way, I also do breakdancing for a crew right here. Bang, bang, bang. And by the way, if you need someone to mow your lawn and paint your fence, I got you. But by the way, did I tell you about my crypto fund? What do you do, bro? Because the reality is you need to be known for one thing. Everyone's talking about I need multiple streams of income,
Right.
and I need to have passive income and passive investments. No, you don't. You need to be known for one thing, especially if you're in your 20s and 30s. The biggest lesson that I had to learn was I was a broke jack of all trades, nightlife, comedian. Some said I was funny. Some said I was funny. Some other people are saying, I don't know. I was trying to do real estate. I was trying to become a sports agent. I was doing this, that, the other, was broke. Finally, I woke up one day when my buddy, this freaking guy, made 70 grand in one paycheck. I said, oh my God, I got to get out of here. I moved out of Miami and moved to Boca, and I became a cold caller. We know the rest is history. I've been running this financial firm for 18 years. But the reality is I became a specialist. And we'll talk a little bit about developing a specialty in a little bit. But within these options, salary, commission, salespeople, side hustle, passive income, having a specialist, The good doctor, Dr. Scott Galloway, was having a conversation, and it was really just it hit home with me because I was like, "Yep, that's exactly how I made my money." And then Chris Williams responded with, "By the way, here's a little bit more anecdotal evidence to why it helps do what you do as a salesperson." Check this video out. Go ahead.
Is the difference between being the CFO, the COO, and the CEO. And you might decide, I'm just not up for that. But the reason why the most overcompensated people in every organization relative to their talent are all one person, one title, and that's salesperson, is they are willing to endure rejection. And if you want to be overcompensated or you want to romantically punch above your weight class, then get used to rejection. And if I'm trying to give my boys anything, it's the ability to endure rejection.
It's the same for friends. So many of the people that I've connected with as friends have come about from me not caring about sending a DM. This is why, here's my hot take of the week. Everybody should become a club promoter for at least 2 months at some point
I've been
in
a
their
club
life.
promoter for
because if you've given
half
out
my life.
wristbands on the street for some dead-ass bar or
100%.
club to try and get
100%.
people in, hey guys, where are you going tonight? Right, I know that you're going to the club that's really busy and you know the name
Yep.
of and is highly reliable for a good night, but how about you come to this one that
The
you've never
shady
heard of
bar
before,
down the street,
down
yeah.
a dark alley.
Yeah,
like,
there it was.
the online lack of rejection or lack of fear of rejection that you go through from just sending DMs. So many of the good things that have happened in my life have come about due to random DMs. And the same goes from friends too. So many of my best friends, we met via the internet and they said, dude, I love this thing that you do. Or we met at this place.
Okay. So there's a couple of things I'll take away with that. Number one, he said the most overcompensating people are salespeople. Why? Because a lot of times there's no ceiling on your compensation. Now, there's been years, my first year in the business, where I made literally $5,000. The first time that you start off in sales, you're going to probably have to eat shit. I had to smile and dial and make no money. But then there's years where I've made $500,000, sometimes more, sometimes anywhere in between. But I'm compensated on not just my hourly wages. I'm compensating on the size of the deals and the size of the people that I can bring in to a company. You know this situation right here because your family is one of PBD's top agencies within PHP. And what I wanted to sort of highlight right now is what I think PBD has done creating PHP. Here it is right here. He's helped turn what I would call just ordinary people into extraordinary salespeople. And they're in the financial industry. And I know some people will say, well, you know, it's insurance, it's MLM. This is a highly regulated, highly profitable, highly just a business that is done the right way, is I guess what I'm trying to say, because it is monitored by the DOL and the insurance industries, and there's no fraud or anything like that. But the point is this. I've seen these people, and some are tall, some are short, some are fat, some are round, some are women, some are black, some are white, some are Latinos. There's you want to talk about DEI mandates. PBD just haphazardly walked into creating a company that is multicultural and is, I mean, I think, what is it, 60% women in the company? What is it?
Yeah, it's like 60% women. The average agent is a 33-year-old Latin American female.
Insane.
Yeah.
And these people, I've seen the stories, whether it's someone like Rodolfo, if you go back to that picture, this guy is from El Salvador. He's the shorter one in the picture. He's a multi-millionaire. He was a security guard. Matt Zapala, which we'll talk about right there, he was what?
For Sears.
He was a security guard for SEALs. He's 5 foot nothing, 100 nothing. He's like Rudy in the movie Rudy. And multi-millionaire, one of the top earners at PHP. Matt Zapala, absolute stud. This guy was a Marine. He was making decent money after the Marines. Next thing you know, he meets PBD. He plugs into a system.
Yeah.
That's another thing you have to be, is making sure that it's not just the industry, it's the type of company within the industry. Plugs into a system, all of a sudden, 7-figure club, money smart guy, multimillionaire. The Ricky on the right, absolute motherfucking gangster from Mexico. This guy changed his life, his wife as well. By the way, all them and their wives, super successful.
Yep.
They were average people. Lastly, the person on the left, Jose Gaitan, PBD tells a story about he was driving a jalopy, crying in his car in 2010. I don't know what I can't do this. I don't want to be broke, telling all this. But good things take time. 2024, the guy's a multimillionaire. All these guys have
beautiful family,
kids, millions, but they were ordinary at one point. Now you look at these guys now, and by the way, they all have wives. They all successful. It's not just the men, it's the women as well. Latin, Spanish, black, white, up, down, left, right, men, women, fat, short. It doesn't matter. There's zero excuses.
Yep.
All these guys learned to sell, and they've made millions. I've been able to do the same. The beautiful thing with sales is that it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you don't make excuses and you just buckle up, smile, dial, get your foot on the pedal, and you drive around. Good things will happen. And I think the reality with salespeople is most salespeople, here it is, talking about rejection, whether it's sales, whether it's in nightlife, whether you're the promoter like they talked about, whether it's going up to girls, whether it's trying to make friends, most people give up after the first no.
Yeah.
But in sales, a sale is made typically after the fourth no. So meaning 5 times, no, 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 yes. And that's what good salespeople learn to do and deal with rejection. What have you seen, Nat, being in the PHP culture industry about regular, ordinary people becoming extraordinary salespeople and leaders?
I think my favorite part was kind of just seeing people transition from having no experience, no background, into getting the license with the state, getting all the credentials needed, the background check, and then learning the products, and then changing people's lives through that. I think, it's a product that it's, you have to actually sell it. It's not something that, it sells itself, but it's not something that you give to somebody. And so when you sell a product that, it's for that just in case, and that just in case happens, right? God forbid they get in an accident. I've seen a few policies pay out. And I think watching the policy pay out and watching what the family, how their outcome is after something so tragic, I think that's what kind of even keeps people there for so long. But my favorite thing is to watch people also, go from maybe even making average income, to then making what they make in a year in 1 month. These people go from making, $5,000 a month max to making $50,000 a month. And that's a lifestyle difference. That's you think bigger, you dream bigger. And it's an industry that has a lot of regulation, a lot of growth, but it changes people's lives, in chaotic times, but it also changes people's lives to people who are looking for an opportunity. It's a place where you can make money on a referral basis if you wanted it as well by getting that license. So, a lot of growth in a lot of different areas too.
Well done. I know your family's done very well. Now, listen, this isn't a commercial for PHP. This is a commercial for sales.
Sales, yeah.
No matter what industry you're in, it could be real estate sales, it can be insurance sales, it could be financial sales, whatever it is. People like doing business with people they like.
Yes.
Now, you might say, dude, I'm not even in the sales business. Why? I have a full-time salary job. This is like, why this isn't applicable to me. You're wrong. Because no matter what business you're in, you need to sell yourself. You need to sell yourself. So in order to get a job, you need to learn how to sell yourself to get the job.
Yeah.
Hey, this is why you should hire me. In order to keep the job, you need to sell yourself to your boss. Yeah. You need to sell yourself to your people you work with. In order to get a raise, you need to sell yourself as, hey, this is what I've done. Don't get it twisted. Yeah. You're constantly having to sell yourself. Oh, by the way, you want to go get a date? You're going to have to sell yourself to that. You want to go get a new apartment? You're going to have to sell yourself to, this is why I qualify to get this apartment. You're constantly having to sell yourself. Yeah. So it's a skill set that is not only helpful, it is mandatory in order to succeed in life today. Yeah. Unless you're an absolute specialist, like meaning you're a doctor, lawyer, you went to school for this, you're not going to get an amazing salary. So whatever you do, you're going to have to sell yourself. Even if you start a business, you say, listen, I'm going to be a business owner. You have to sell yourself to the marketplace as to why they should use your business or use your product. So sales solves everything. And that's something that you should understand. No matter what business you're in the people business, and people like doing business with people that they like. Couple more points.
Yep.
Follow your passion or follow the money. Which one is it?
Oh.
The money or the passion? I would argue that it's actually neither. The answer is you should follow your talent. So, because if you follow your passion, you might end up broke because your passion is playing hopscotch or watching baseball games or playing fantasy football or going to the mall and shopping or rock climbing. I don't know, whatever the hell your passion is. A lot of times your passion doesn't pay. You know when you should work on your passions? On the weekends, bro. Number two, should you follow the money? Yes, I would say follow the money more than passion. But if you just do something for the money, you're going to burn out.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, dude, I hate this fucking job. I'm doing it for the money. It's so annoying. But the money is good, which we'll talk about throughout the episode. But it's not the only thing. But if you follow your talent, I'm good at this. If I utilize my skills, this is something that people will pay me for. Oh, wow, I'm good at this. Now, I always knew I would do something in sales. I did radio sales. Turns out I didn't like selling airtime. You know, they said if you can sell air, you can sell anything.
Yeah.
But I felt like an airhead because I was like, people always ask. I was talking with Dustin Goskowski the other day, the Manek champion out there, double belt. He said, a lot of people ask what the average person gets paid. Hey, what does the average realtor get paid? Hey, what does the average insurance guy get paid? What is the average? He said, this is the best way to look at it. What does the top realtor get paid?
Right.
What does the top editor get paid? How does this work? What does the top guy get paid? Because if you want to compare yourself to the average, you're just going to be average. If you want to compare yourself to the top, you're going to be part of the 10% or the 1%. So I remember being in the radio sales business. I said, what does the top guy make here? Oh, 150 grand? No, I'm out. So, and then I got into real estate. Yeah, real estate is good. It turns out I don't like showing apartments off. It wasn't for me. Oh, financial sales. I can talk money, but I can do networking. I can use my skill set. All right. I'm not really like a numbers geeky cruncher, guys, but I can do biz dev. I can talk to people like, hey, how you doing? We're over here. Oh, I'm using my skill set and my talent to make money. So here's what I would do if I'm you right there and you're like, all right, Adam, what's your freaking point? What are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Double down on your strengths. A lot of people say, well, listen, focus on what you're weak at and then try to prove that. Fuck that. Outsource your weaknesses. All right? Like, dude, I can't plug in a computer. You couldn't tell me how to, there's cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Couldn't turn it on. But if there's a camera rolling, hey, what's up, guys? How we doing? Welcome to SOSCAST. All we talk is money. So I'm playing to my strengths and I'm using great people to outsource my weaknesses. By the way, it turns out I can't clean my clothes. Like, I can't dry clean. I outsource that.
Good.
So double down on your strengths and outsource your weakness and master a talent. Be known for one thing. And then when you have that locked up, then you can pivot. So for instance, I did insurance sales for 13 years before I started getting into podcasting. I was like, holy shit, I made a bunch of money. Great. Now I can afford to work on my passion on the weekends. A lot of people forget about their main hustle and they pivot to trying to have more side hustles. Next thing you know, the main hustle falls apart and there's just a side hustle.
Yikes.
Focus on the main hustle, not the side hustle. Just like you should focus on the main chick, not the side chick.
Oh, or you should just have a main chick.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
One chick.
But that's the point right there. So I've been fortunate enough to work with PBD and not only just PBD, but all the great people that he's surrounded himself, the top sales leaders at PHP, and they all have one thing in common. They work their ass off. So good things in life don't happen easily. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So if sales is something you're considering,
Do it.
and that's one of your skill sets, look into it, get used to rejection, get used to not making money initially, but then competence will turn into confidence. Then you become that dude. Then the money starts coming in, cha-ching. But that is the secret to getting rich and making money. There it is right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If you like that one, click right here to watch the full SOSCAST. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.